so y'all can get to know a little bit about me, and I'm gonna talk about high school, that topic. I'm not gonna lie, I like school. I really do like school. Like, even though I did miss it a lot and I skipped a lot, I really did like it because it was just like a kingdom of like your kids of your age and stuff like that. Kids of your age. My son is knocked out. But besides that, like, I need to shave my armpits, don't judge me. When I started high school, like, I was a late bloomer. Like, I seen all these other girls that was like doing a lot of the grown stuff, grown stuff, as in like already doing things with men or guys, whatever you want to call them. And I was always too afraid. Like, I was a big late bloomer. I was a big pussy. But I think when I hit 18, that's whenever I like opened up a little bit more, and I believe I lost my virginity at 18. 1000% I did. But I was a late bloomer, and I would always be seeing these girls like all through like 9, 10, 11. Wait, is it? No, it was 10, 11, and 12. Yeah, that was the high school. 10, 11, and 12. And I would always be seeing them like talk about, oh, they did this with this guy or did that with this guy. Oh, and they're gonna go get this going. And, you know, they just like, they could all talk about it. And I just like to hang around it and like I would always quiet, but I'd be the one that was making the jokes and stuff and making like the little, like the clown practically, and being the loud one. Because, I don't know, I was a late bloomer. I didn't really think about that stuff. Like, being a kid, I would always go play outside, play soccer, or play, like, in the water, if it was, like, a puddle and stuff like that. I'd play around, like, acting like a school teacher, or acting like, just climbing trees. I don't know, I was just really into, like, playing outside, climbing the roof, all that stuff. So I got to high school, and I started getting into like the bad crowd, I guess you could say. Not really the bad crowd, more like the more like experienced and going ahead crowd, as in like just testing everything and doing what they want. And being trying to follow that crowd was really hard because my parents were like, it was really like they wasn't strict, but they was very overprotected with me. And I remember I would sneak out through the window sometimes, or sneak out like through the garage door because we had a back door. I would sneak out any way possible to get out and be with my friends because they always hit me up and fucking wanted me to go with them. And I was like, okay, I'm going. So I started getting ready. My mom would wait for it, or my dad would. They see me getting ready, doing my makeup or my hair, and they'd be like, this bitch is going somewhere. And I'm just like, fuck, how am I gonna get ready to look good for the peoples and sneak out at the same time? So sometimes I'd be looking like shit, or I just straighten my hair, put no makeup, and I bounce. And they'd be outside in the car, like ready to just like pick me up and jet. So that was a couple years, like 10th grade. I don't really recall 10th grade that much fun because it was like getting to know everybody. You know, you have to build bonds with them. I mean, there's people you already built bonds with the school years before, but I really didn't do any of my home or any of my work at all. Like, if it was vocabulary, that's the only shit I would do because that shit was the easiest. Other than that, I would like cheat on anything else and like take the answers from anybody else. I just ask for their paper, or if they didn't want to give it to me, I just look across and get it. But I don't know, I was really that girl that the guys didn't want to like fuck with because I wasn't experienced enough, or I just didn't know how to speak, like be sexy or speak sexual or anything like that. And that's not my, I mean, it is my fault, but then again, it's like, I don't know, my mind was always into like wanting to have fun as in like kid wise, and just like do fun things, go to a park, go to like play soccer or go skating, do like fun things. I never really was into like all like sex, drugs, alcohol. And, I never got to that stage. I did go to a couple parties and drink a little bit, but I never got to the stage of getting like all cracked out and having fun and like raving or anything like that, because I guess I never made it to that stage. And I'm only 23 now. It's not like I can't make it to that stage, but I have kids now, as in like one son as in 8 months, and then I'm pregnant right now, so that's already gonna be 2, and I'm only 23. So, and I'm gonna be 24 this March 31st. And I mean, it's not impossible to still like, have fun that way. It's just really like you have to be very cautious with yourself, because you're gonna come home the next morning or the same day, and you have to be alert for your kids. And you and your man have to be alert for the kids, because both of y'all are like fucking knocked out, raved out and shit. Just imagine like what could go on. Like somebody could get hurt, and like you're not in the right state of mind, your 5 senses, and then you won't be able to function, and something seriously happens. So like leaving the kids, like if that's going to happen, I'd probably leave the kids with a nanny for a good couple hours, or leave the kids with one of the family members for a good couple, like 2 days or a day and a half, something like that. Some family member you can trust. Like if I live close to my sisters or my parents, I would definitely leave my kids with them, because obviously they're very trustworthy to like take care of the kids. Even though they may not want to, they obviously know the civilized ways. Like, okay, these are her kids. Obviously, we gotta take care of them, even if we're pissed off, like that she hasn't came back. But I know it's like irresponsible to do that. But then again, it's like I want to be able to like still live my life and be a human and just like having some excitement. But anyways, 10th grade, I was skipping a lot. A lot of us were skipping. We group up into like twos. It was like 12 of us skipping, and we'd be like 2 here, 2 here. Okay, we all go separate ways, because if one of us groups gets caught, then the other ones can still go. So we all split it different ways where we knew. And they have this this little vehicle that travels around the school to make sure nobody's skipping or leaving. And for truancy, and I got I think 78 cards of truancy, or tickets of truancy. I remember she told me he had like 78, and they were straight truancy. And I was like, every morning I got to school and I got called up to the principal's office to like get my SDC, Student Discipline Center. It's like in school suspension, I guess you could say, something like that, where you just stay in the room and they give you a bunch of bookwork. You're not in class, but you're being watched in that room all day, all long, like until school is over. You don't get to get out unless they're taking you to the cafeteria, or unless it's like bathroom break. But I was following like really the wrong people during 10th grade. I wouldn't say the wrong people. We were just all doing the wrong thing. And we all skipped, hung out, went to go smoke, went to go drink, went to go sleep. We never did nothing like crazy to the point where we couldn't function. But 11th grade kind of like settled down a little bit more, but was still on the wrong path after doing the same shit. And I remember like it caught up to us because they called our parents. They all put us in they all got us all together, started calling our parents left and right. You seen parents coming in and out. These parents was mad at us, these parents was mad at them. Like it was just a whole bunch of chaos. And so I remember calling over the phone and being like, talking in Spanish, like an English but with Spanish accents, and pretend like it was my mom. Like, oh, she can't come to school today because she's sick, da 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 da, and they believed it. But it wasn't really her, it was obviously me. But still, it was just freaking crazy for 11th grade. And then eventually, I think I made it to 12th grade, but then I dropped out. My senior year, I think I dropped out. Definitely did. Definitely did, honey bun. I dropped out my senior year. That's when I moved to New York. because I was doing so bad over there, they sent me to this program in Arkansas. It was like three hours away, and there was all these kids that were being like disciplined, as in like they were doing bad things, bad behavior kids, and it was like almost like a shelter, but they had all the kids there that were like bad behaved, and they made them do the work and the computers all there in this little room, and they had alarms on the windows to in case anybody tries to escape. But they gave us like a bunch of snacks and a bunch of like little playtime outside, like fucking teenagers. And I remember they gave us so much snacks, like it was crazy. The second day, whenever I was there, I woke up with a fever because I did not want to be there. I woke up with a fever. I was so sick of that place that I was so worn out that I just caught a fever the next day. And then they're like, we can't keep your child here because she's sick. Like, if you were sick, I don't know why, but you wasn't able to stay there. So they immediately called my dad, and he had to come pick me up. So their plan didn't work out to send me away. And then I went back, and I was still doing the same shit. And then eventually I went to court, and they gave me the 90 days in juvenile detention center. They're like, oh, you either go to school. Well, you couldn't do that anymore because they gave you so many chances. It was either GED or 90 days. So I was so close to getting my GED. I passed all the exams. I just had to take the final exam, and but by that time my time was up, so it was already 90 days, and I got released. And I remember we went to the Chinese buffet, and I ate like a bitch, and I had diarrhea so bad. And I gained a couple pounds in jail because it was just giving us like straight carbs and donuts on Friday. Shit was mad good though. And then I was like, you know what, fuck this. I ain't gonna get locked up no more. And I was on probation. They put us on probation for the most stupidest shit of missing school. So I was on probation 6 months, and then whenever you can't violate probation by leaving the state, and we left the state, so we practically like told on ourselves when we left the state. And then we got another 6 months, so that added up to, what is it, a year? So it was a year. And then I violated probation again because I left the state to New York. And I was like, man, fuck this. I ain't getting locked up no more. They ain't gonna lock me up and make me go to school. Fuck that. And I was only a year from turning 18. Not even a year, a couple, 8-9 months from turning 18. So I left, I bounced, had a friend buy me the ticket, because obviously you can't buy that shit if you're 17. You have to have a parent or permission, some bullshit. And I bought the ticket, bounced, and I missed my court date, because they give you a court date to check on how you're doing in school. I missed that shit. It was a failure to appear, automatic warrant out for your arrest. And obviously they couldn't find me because I wasn't in fucking Arkansas. So good fucking luck, bitches. But that was years ago. Obviously there's no warrant out for me now. Thank God. And I called when I turned 18. I spoke to my PO, Elizabeth. And I was like, hey, can you tell the judge to withdraw my warrant, because I'm not in Arkansas, I'm in Ohio. I had to give him a different state because I wasn't about to snitch on myself. She was like, I'll speak to him. She's like, okay, you're able to work now. Next day she calls me, you're able to work now. The warrant is withdrawn. I was like, okay. And from there, I was going to school in New York. I enrolled myself in New York. And let me tell you right now, it was in Liberation, Coney Island, Brooklyn. And that shit was mad fun. I had way too much fun just doing whatever, and then experiencing New York at the same time. I was super young. And then my friend, we would just go out, me and Lika would just go out and do whatever. And we just had fun, but we didn't do nothing super crazy. But we did get a couple times to get turned up. We had fun. And I didn't have no kids then, so it was fun. And I was just messing around in school. Sometimes we would miss to go get Starbucks. We would miss school to go sleep. We would miss school to go to the city. We would miss school to go eat. like, miss school to go see movies, miss school to go walk the beach. Like, we just fucking got tired of it. We looked at each other and we're like, yo, fuck this. We had a fucking code word. It was, I think it was pineapple. We're like, you want a pineapple? She's like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. So we just walked out during, after lunchtime, and we never came back. So, I'm gonna tell her to, like, watch this video, because this is the part she's gonna like the most. So we'd be like, okay, let's get out of here. And we ended up fucking leaving, like, each time. We just got tired of that shit, tired of a fucking teacher. We just bounced. And we had some good times, but that school was gonna try to make me do another fucking year. And I'm not sure how long you can be in there, being, I was already turning 18, 19. And I was like, man, I ain't about to be here for no fucking 2 years to finish up 8 gym classes, because it was a transfer school. They work differently there. And New York, you gotta have, I think, 44 credits to graduate. Arkansas, you gotta have 22 credits to graduate. So I was like, man, fuck this. Eventually, I went back to Arkansas. And I was like, fuck, I gotta enroll myself back in school. So I enrolled myself back in school. I was living over here in New York in 2015. Show was 2015. I was over here, and I enrolled myself. I think it was 2017 or 2017. I enrolled myself back in Arkansas Southside High School, Mavericks, and I was like, man, it's my last fucking chance. I'm 21 years old, 22. They cut you off. That's your last chance. So it's like, man, I gotta push myself to fucking do this. I gotta do this. It's my last year, senior year, graduation. I didn't go to graduation because I was like, I gotta work. I ain't gonna miss work. Miss work for graduation. So I did what I have to do. Fucking went to school every day, did my work every day, did fucking remediation classes every day. If I had to cheat, I gotta cheat. Man, I made mad friends there, especially because I was 21. Everybody wanted me to, like, get them shit. And obviously, you know, I made the deal. It was like, you give me the answers, I'll get you the shit. In reality, I never got them shit because I just needed your answers, and then I blew you off. The fuck? Like, you just gotta, like, play it mad cool, because I was the oldest one. So I was like, you know what? Like, I'm more experienced with this shit. But, you know, we can be cool friends and stuff. Like, let's talk about cool things. Let me just reel you in to get your motherfucking answers. And then, bye-bye. Let me make you laugh. Let me cuddle you in real quick. And, you know, get your answers, and it's time to bounce. Because, you know, I ain't really trying to get caught up in your mess. So, that's what I did. And eventually I passed. It was 2 classes I couldn't really get, the fucking grade. I was at a D. So I was like, yo, just put me at a motherfucking 79. Like, for real, 69, you ain't passing. I was like, give me a 79 at least. Not a 69, I was at a 61. I needed a 79 to be passing. So I was like, it was psychology and science. But, what is that? But, fuck, I forgot what it's called. By a lot. I don't fucking forgot. It's with a B though, for science. And I was like, I spoke to both of them. The fucking psychology teacher was the hardest to convince. I'm like, bro, I'm 21 years old. I need you to give me just 1 point to fucking graduate. Like, I'm gonna be here and you're gonna make me lose my opportunity to graduate? Like, I'm 22 years. I'm gonna be 22. They ain't gonna give me this opportunity no more. So he listened to me. He was the hardest to convince. And then I spoke with the science teacher. That nigga was mad easy to convince. He was like, yeah, I got you. You ain't even got to take the test, the benchmarks test, as in, like, the test to take at the end. I forgot what they called here. But I was like, yo, like, I'm 22. I'm gonna be 22. They ain't gonna let me fucking come back to school. It's my last opportunity. Like, I fucking begged because I needed to graduate. And he's like, all right, I got you. You ain't even gonna take the last exams. Oh my God, I forgot what they're fucking called. I just know in Arkansas they're called the benchmarks. Over here they're called those final fucking exams you have to take. Oh my God. So those exams took, and he put me as those exams. He woke up. Those exams, those exams came up, and he put me as exempt. So I wasn't taking no test that day, and I passed. I passed every class, and I graduated. Got my diploma, and it's a wrap. That's how I made it through high school, and that's how I was through high school. But now y'all know. If y'all like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. Help me and my child get out this motherfucking shelter. Real talk. And like, comment, subscribe. Share this video. Tell me your high school experience, and comment below what you think of it. And let me know if you want me to continue making more videos. Thank you. Love you. Bye.